Hey guys, my name is Mithilesh. Today we are gonna discuss the topic of vectors. So let us take a physical quantity, any physical quantity, that is n into mu, where n represents the numerical value of that physical quantity, and mu represents the unit. So any physical quantity is divided into two types. One is scalar quantity and other is vector quantity. So the topic is vectors. So we shall know the difference between scalar and vector quantities. Scalar quantities. Vector quantity. Scalar quantity has only magnitude. Vector quantity has both magnitude and direction. Magnitude is nothing but numerical value. The main difference between scalar and vector quantity is scalar quantity does not obey vector law of addition. Vector law of addition. Whereas vector quantity, as it is a vector quantity, it obeys vector law of addition. Law of addition. For scalar quantity, for addition, we can use the algebraic method for adding scalar quantities. And the example of scalar quantity is mass, distance, speed. And for examples for vector quantity are displacement, force, etc. Okay. Now coming to the representation of vector. Representation of vectors. Today's date 01/07/21. Vector is represented by an arrow, which this one is called tail, this one is called head, and this length represents the magnitude. As I said, right, this is a numerical value, and this head, this arrow, represents the direction of the vector. Okay. Now some important note point. All vector quantities have direction, but all quantities which have direction need not to be vector quantity. For clear understanding, I'll give an example for this. So example for this are pressure. pressure. Example for this note, okay, pressure, electric current. So why did I take these two quantities is because pressure, we say that pressure upwards, okay, electric current, we can say that 3 ampere towards this side, but we cannot, but electric current is not a vector quantity, okay. Now some important points. First point, on rotating vector in 2 pi degrees, 2 pi does not change the vector. That is 2 pi is 360 degrees. So this is a vector A, and rotating it 360 degrees does not change the vector, okay. And the main important point is this point will repeat in every part of the lesson. So vectors can parallel shift itself, So what do you mean by this point? So I'll explain this. This is a vector A, okay, and this is a this is a vector A, and this is a vector B having some angle theta, okay. Now I need to parallel shift this vector. So what can I do is, we can move the vector in the next, I'll show you. So this one comes like this vector, like this. So this A vector becomes parallel, so this it becomes, and we can remove this, so because parallel shifting took place. So this is called parallel shifting of vectors. This point comes in every part of the lesson, so this needs to be remembered, okay. So coming to the types of vectors, I'm not going in depth because it takes the video much longer, so I'm discussing only the important points and the basic concepts. Types of vectors. First one, equal vectors. Vectors, I'll write definition for each and everything, okay. Vectors which have both magnitude and direction the same are called equal vectors, because this is a vector of 5 Newton, same direction, same magnitude and same units, because if we take A is equal to 5 Newton and if we take B equals 5 meter, these are not equal vectors, though having same direction and same magnitude, because the units are different, Newton and meter. So this point I forgot, and units. So now and units, 5 Newton, and even this 5 Newton towards east. Okay, same direction, same magnitude. Okay, equal vectors. Coming to the negative of a vector. Of a vector. I'll refill my marker, okay? Negative of a vector. So the vectors which have same magnitude but different directions are negative to each other. Example, this is a vector B of 10 meter, and this is B of 10 meter minus B, negative, same magnitude and same different. This is of west direction, this is of east direction. Okay, 10 meters towards east, 10 meters towards west. So same magnitude, different direction. Okay, now third type of vector, parallel vector. Parallel vectors. The vectors which have angle 0 degrees between them are called parallel vectors. You can note it down if you want, or you can just take the screenshot. Okay. So this is parallel vectors. Okay. Now coming to the anti-parallel vectors. Anti-parallel vectors. The vectors which have an angle of 180 degrees between them are called anti-parallel vectors. Vector A, vector B, theta equals 180 degrees are called anti-parallel vectors. Or 180, theta equals 180 degrees are called anti-parallel vectors. Now fifth one, collinear vectors. The vectors which lie in the same path are called collinear vectors. A, B are called collinear vectors. Coplanar vectors. Coplanar vectors. The vectors which lie in the same plane are called coplanar vectors. Okay. This is a plane. Vector A, vector B, coplanar vectors. Okay. Now again a note point. Okay, let it be note point. Okay. Two vectors always lie in the same plane. That is, any two vectors can lie in the same plane. But coming to now you may get a doubt that three vectors may lie in the same plane or not. So for this, any three vectors may lie in the same plane. Because any three vectors won't always lie in the same plane. Sometimes it may lie, so it may sometimes lie in the same plane. You'll get to know about this in Cartesian form of products, Cartesian form of vectors. I'll explain you that. Okay. Now coming to concurrent vectors. What is the number? 6 or 7? 6. Concurrent vectors. Two or more vectors intersecting each other are concurrent vectors. Simple. I know it is boring, but you have to learn. It gets useful in the theory when you go to write the board exam. If they give for 1 mark, this will help you. But these definitions won't help you anything in objective exams. But you have to know the concept. Okay? Ratta mat marna. Okay. Comes the important type of vector, unit vector. This plays a huge role in Cartesian form of products. When it comes to cross product of vectors, this one plays a major role. So a vector having magnitude 1 is unit vector. Okay, represented by a cap. If a is a unit vector, then I forgot to write this point. Okay? Then represented by a cap. Okay. Last one, zero or null vector. Whose the vector whose magnitude is 0 or null vector. Okay, it has arbitrary direction. Okay, so these are 8 types of vectors which are very important for theory part. Note down the definitions and I'll take a break and come. So because I'm sweating, I'll take a break and come. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. Now we'll discuss the topic of addition of vectors. So for adding of vectors, for the addition of vectors, there are two methods. Addition of vectors, there are two methods. First is graphical method, other is analytical method. We'll discuss graphical method first. Graphical method, nothing but addition of vectors through figures. First one, there are 3 laws in graphical method, but we'll discuss 2. I'll say the 3 names. Triangle law of vectors, parallelogram law of vectors, last one, polygon law. These 2 laws are applicable when there are two vectors given. Okay, these 2 laws are applicable when 2 vectors are given. And polygon law is useful when 3 vectors, 2 or more than 2 vectors, not 3, 2 or more than 2 vectors. We can even use polygon law for 2 vectors, not only these 2, we can use even polygon law. But today we'll discuss only about triangle law and parallelogram law, because polygon law is not that important as these 2, and the sums will come mainly on parallelogram law of vectors and sometimes triangle law. Okay, coming with triangle law. triangle law, triangle law, triangle law of vector addition, vector addition. If two vectors are taken in same direction of same order, then the resultant same order, then the resultant of those two vectors will be the in opposite direction and in opposite order. I'll explain you this. So let us consider vector A and vector B. Okay, these are two vectors. Now the resultant formed if two vectors are taken in same direction, same order, right? Oops. Okay, same order, same direction and in same direction का मतलब ऐसा नहीं है, मतलब सेम डायरेक्शन ईस्ट वेस्ट वैसा नहीं है, यहाँ से लेके यहाँ से, मतलब in same direction and in same order, then the resultant form will be in, then the resultant of those two vectors will be in opposite direction. ऐसा चला, ऐसा चला और ऐसा नहीं जाता, यहाँ से लेकर ऐसा जाता. This will be the resultant of these two vectors. Okay, clear? This is triangle law. Okay, note it down. Second one is parallelogram law of vectors. Parallelogram law of vectors. Parallelogram law of vectors. Two vectors taken in same order then the resultant of those two vectors will be, हैंडराइटिंग खराब है, फिर से लिखता हूँ, ठीक है ना. I'll write it again. If two vectors taken in same order, then the resultant of those two vectors will be the diagonal diagonal of the parallelogram. So लिख देते हैं of the parallelogram. ये पैरेलल का सिंबल है और ये ग्राम है, पैरेललोग्राम याद करना पड़ता है ये सब. ओके, पैरेललोग्राम आई विल एक्सप्लेन नाउ. ये वेक्टर है, ये वेक्टर बी. द रिजल्टेंट फॉर्म्ड सेम ऑर्डर बोलता हूँ, टेल से टेल. ओके, resultant form diagonal. First step after drawing the vectors, now you have to complete the parallelogram, and the resultant form is the diagonal of two vectors, diagonal of parallelogram. This is resultant. An angle made by resultant towards A is alpha, towards B is beta. Okay, how to find the angle? I'll say an analytical method of addition. Now there's a graphical method of addition. Okay, now as I said, I'll discuss only two laws of graphical addition, so I won't discuss polygon law. Now I'm going to explain analytical method of vector addition. Okay, analytical method of vector addition. Analytical is just analytical means the method which we use using the formula based method. Okay, so we'll be getting many formulas, so note it down. Okay, analytical method vector addition. So we have to do it using parallelogram law itself. So A, B, first complete parallelogram. Even I have a habit of drawing like that. Resultant. Okay, now how would you find the resultant without drawing the parallelogram? During examination we cannot draw this parallelogram, find out now. So we have to have a formula to find this. Okay, the formula is R equals under root of A square, we'll take it as capital A. Okay, capital A, capital B, A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is the formula where theta is the angle, AB is the product of two vectors, A square is A is the magnitude of vector, B is the magnitude of vector. We have to consider the magnitudes, not the vectors. Okay, now as I said, the angle between two vectors is alpha and beta. Now for the formula for finding the angle is alpha, angle between these is alpha, and formula for finding alpha is tan alpha equals b sin theta by a plus b cos theta. Okay, and for tan beta, sin theta, theta, if you know the value of theta, you can apply it by sin theta. A and B are magnitudes. Okay, tan beta is equal to tan beta is A sin theta by B plus A cos theta. Okay, so these are the main three formulas in which the whole chapter is based on. Whole chapter is based on mainly these three formulas. So note this, take the screenshot and note this down. Okay, noted. Okay, now coming to subtraction of vectors. Subtraction of vectors. There's no thing like subtraction of vectors. It's just I'll say you. Okay, subtraction of vectors does not exist. Okay, so then how subtraction of vectors you'll get it out. Then now I'm going to explain you. So let us take a vector A and this okay, and this vector B. Okay, angle between them is theta. Now if you want to subtract A from B, how can you? So for this, as I said you in the starting, negative of a vector minus B, you know basic mathematics, right? A plus B is addition. A plus of minus B plus A minus B. So you got the point, right? If we add A and minus B, you will get the subtraction of vector. You will get the subtracted okay, subtracted quantity. Okay, now A, for this B, minus B goes like in opposite direction, right? Opposite direction. This is B and this will become minus B. And if we add these two vectors, we will get the subtracted quantity. Okay, for this becomes resultant. Sorry, complete the parallelogram. Oh, we cannot draw a parallelogram actually. We can draw. Okay, this will be the resultant from intersecting point till here. Okay, and for this again complete the parallelogram. Okay, complete the parallelogram, and from the point, okay, I'm very bad at drawing. Okay, so that's the reason I'm not able to draw that perfectly. Okay, this will be the resultant R1. Let this be R and this be R1. So R1 will be the resultant. R1 will be the resultant of A plus of minus B. Okay, R plus of minus B. So formula of subtraction of vectors, I'll write it here. You understood this diagram, right? We'll do it through the diagram. Okay, what's the formula of addition of vectors? R equals under root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta, right? Now if I ask you a question, angle between these, what's the angle between B and minus B? So angle between B and minus B will become 180 degrees. Okay, 180 degrees theta. So 180 degrees minus theta. Okay, now put this 180 minus theta in the place of theta. Okay, under root of A square plus B square plus 2AB into 180 minus theta. You know the basic trigonometry, right? 180 minus theta. 2AB cos 180 minus theta. I forgot to write the cos. Okay, cos cos 180 minus theta. Okay, cos 180 minus theta will become minus cos theta, right? So it will become a square plus b square plus 2ab into minus cos theta. So the formula comes a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta r 1. Okay, note it down, take a screenshot. Okay, done with subtraction of vectors 2. I'll do another video for numericals, as I'm not discussing any numerical in this video. I'm going all conceptual based. Okay, this is all for addition of vectors. I'll take a short break and I'll be back. Now we'll discuss addition of vectors in Cartesian form. Vectors in Cartesian form. Now what is meant by Cartesian form? First you have to know the meaning. Okay, let us take this will be y, this will be x. Okay, now this will be a vector and this will sorry for drawing. This will be b, vector b. Now this will be like this, perpendicular, and this distance will be ax with respect to x, and this distance will be bx with respect to y, with respect to x. Okay, with respect to b, and with respect to a it will be ax. Okay, now coming to the y axis, this will be by and this will be ay with respect to a and b with y axis. Okay, now the resultant of y axis. Okay, now the resultant of y axis is equal to ay plus by, and for x axis rx equals ax plus bx. Now for x axis and y axis we denote this using some values, that is I cap, j cap and k cap. Okay, these are three letters which we use to denote the values in x axis, y axis and z axis. Z axis comes like this. This is z axis. This becomes I cap, this becomes j cap, and this becomes k cap. Okay, any coordinate in z direction will be of k cap, any coordinate in direction of x axis will be I cap, any coordinate in y axis will be of j cap. Okay, now this becomes rx becomes, this rx will become rx equals ax I cap plus bx I cap. Okay, ry becomes ay I cap plus by j cap, because of I and j are coordinates in x and y axis respectively. Now the whole resultant will be rx plus ry. Okay, rx plus ry. Now adding this to axi plus bxi plus ayi plus ayj, sorry, this is ayj, I forgot. Okay, ayj byj. Now taking common ax plus ay into I cap, taking common I cap plus bx plus by into j cap. So this will be the resultant. So this is the formula. You can remember the formula while using the problem, while solving the problems. Using this formula, you can solve the problems of vector addition in Cartesian form. Clear? Now, an example. Vector A equals 2i plus 3j. Vector B is equal to 5i plus 6j. Now A plus B equals how much? A plus B. It goes like formula ax plus ay into I cap plus bx plus by into j cap equals ax 2 ay 5 into I cap plus 3 plus by 6 into j cap equals 7i plus 9j cap. Okay. If they give k, 2k and 3k, simply cx plus cy into k cap. Simply add these two in the same way. Plus 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3 into k cap plus 2 plus 3, 5 k cap. That's it. Clear? Addition of vectors in Cartesian form. This is the basic concept. Okay. Now, product of vectors. Product of vectors. Product of vectors. Again, there are two types of product of vectors. One is dot product. Other is or scalar product. Other is cross product and also called as vector product. Vector product. We will discuss about dot product first. Dot product. Let a vector be A and other vector be B. Then the dot product between A and B will be A dot B into cos theta, where theta is the angle between A and B. Okay. And if we want to find the angle between these two, AB, A dot B equals this. I wrote this arrow mark. This shouldn't come here. Only AB, only magnitudes of A and B. So A into B cos theta. Now if we take the magnitudes this side, cos theta equals A dot B. See, the difference between A and B and this A and B is these two are vector quantities. These are the magnitude of that vector. Okay. A is the vector and only A is the vector magnitude of this A vector, and this B is the magnitude of B vector. Okay. for taking this side, a dot b by ab. Now if you want theta, theta equals a dot b by ab into cos inverse. If you send cos this side, it becomes inverse, right? So cos inverse ab by ab. Okay, this is dot product of vectors. This is dot product of vectors. Now we'll discuss dot product of vectors in Cartesian form. Just now we discussed, right, ij cap, that one. In Cartesian form. Cartesian form. Okay. Dot product of vectors in Cartesian form. Let a vector be A, which is 2i plus 3j plus 8k cap, and other vector B is not again 5, 7i plus 6j plus 10k. Okay. Now A dot B will be 2i plus 3j plus 8k into 7i plus 6j plus 10k. I wrote the example before explaining the concept because it will be easy if I explain through the example. So I wrote like this. Now I'll explain the terms. Now we have to multiply similar terms, that is 7i into 2i, 3j into 6j, 8k into 10k. Okay. We'll write a side. I into I is equal to 1 in dot product only in dot product. Okay. I into I becomes 1, j into j becomes 1, k into k becomes 1. Okay, only in dot product, not in cross product or vector product. Okay. Now 2i into 7i plus 3j into 6j plus 8k into 10k, which becomes I into I 1, 2 into 7 14 plus j into j 1, 6 3s are 18, k into k 1, 8 10s are 80, which becomes 98 plus 10, 98, 108, 112, right? This is dot product of vectors in Cartesian form. Okay, clear? Now, cross product or vector product. Many questions in vector topics comes from this topic. Okay, many questions from vectors comes from this topic, cross product. This is very important topic. So first let a vector be A and other vector be B. So the cross product will be A cross B, and when we multiply we get A B sin theta. There cos theta, here sin theta. Here A cross B, where A and B are vectors, and this A and B are magnitudes of these two vectors. Okay. Now if we, this is the formula of finding cross product when two vectors are given. Only two vectors are given, not in Cartesian form, in normal form. Okay. Now finding angle theta equals how much? Same like the previous one, A cross B, send this AB that side by B equals sin theta. Now sending sin that side, theta equals A cross B by AB into sin inverse. This is the form Sorry. I don't have habit in writing board. Sine inverse. Clear? Note down. 1, 2, 3. Now cross product of vectors in Cartesian form. Okay. Again, let a vector be 8i plus 6j plus 5k, and b be 3i plus 5, not again 5, plus 9j plus 12k. 12 becomes bigger number, we'll take 2 instead. Okay, 2. Now for solving cross product of vectors in Cartesian form, you need to know some basic concepts of matrices. Okay, matrices or determinants, I don't know correctly, but I'll say you the method. So first of all, draw two lines like this. Write I, J, K like this, and write values of a vector. Okay, 8 comes down of the I, 6 here and 5 here. Okay, now for the B, 3 here, 9 here and 2 here. Now A cross B becomes, for solving this one, for I, do what I say. Okay, hide this one. We have to solve 3 rows. To solve first row, hide this and hide this. Okay, hide these 2 and multiply with this one and this one. Got it? Hide these 2. Write I cap first of all. Write I cap. Multiply this 2. 6 2s are 12. Hide this 2. Forget this 2. 6 2s are 12 minus 9 into 5. 9 5s are 45. Okay. Now we have to write minus j. Remember this point, not plus j, minus j into, now forget this j line, j row and j column. This is row, this is column. Okay, forget this one. Now multiply 2 and 8 and 2. 8 2s are 16. Okay, for convenience I'll write 2 more steps. I into 6 2s are 6 into 2. Okay, 6 into 2, 9 into 5 minus 9 into 5 plus, so not plus, minus j into, now forget this j column and row. Now 8 into 2, 16, not again 16, 8 into 2 minus 5 into 3, now plus, not minus again. For k we have to put plus. This is the formula, we cannot do anything, I don't know why, but the formula is I into, while solving this type of sums in mathematics you'll get to know. Okay, k, now forget k, this one and this one. Now multiply 8 into 9 minus 6 into 3. Now you get I into 12 minus 9 5s are 45 minus j into 8 2s are 16 minus 5 3s are 15 plus k into 8 9s are 72 minus 6 3s are 18. Clear? Now 45 minus 12, I into minus 33 minus j into 16 minus 15, 1 plus k into 72 18 72 18 6 4 5 54 54 okay, equals minus 33i cap minus j plus 54k. Got it? Note down this one. And I'll say another concept. Noted. Now finding magnitude of this one. Not only this, even in dot product of vectors in Cartesian form, we get answer like this in in I, j and k. Now finding how should you find magnitude of these three terms? Same for cross product and dot product. Same formula. That is magnitude of A dot B and A cross B goes like under root of ax square plus bx square plus cx square. Okay, equals under root of 33 square minus 33 square becomes 33 square plus 1 square plus 54 square. Now you solve this, you'll get the answer, magnitude. Okay, this is a big one. I won't solve. You solve and tell me the answer in comment section. Okay, that's it for today. Completed what we have done today. Vectors, definition, types of vectors, addition of vectors, subtraction, multiplication, Cartesian form before this, Cartesian form, dot product, cross product. So these all are topics which I covered today, and I didn't do any numericals based on this. I'll try to make another video for numericals in each and every concept, in each and every topic. So I think every topic is clear. I took only the main topics of vectors topic and I tried my best to explain. I hope it's good. Thank you.